What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's just me here today, but all I wanted to do was make a real quick announcement. So let me get Reaper set up real quick, because I'm going to record. Go ahead. Turn everybody off. I don't know if anybody's watching, but just going to be chilling for a minute. Man, why is my internet so slow? Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Alex. I see you're here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit record. And like I said, this is just going to be a real quick show. We don't really... Tyler and Matt aren't here today, so we'll see what happens.
The Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics
Network
Production.
We're gonna fuck the sodomites in the heritage!
Warning. Catastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Dick and Tyler and Matt coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Podcastrophe episode 71, and I'm your host, Dick, and I'm here all alone yet again. Both co-hosts, Tyler and Matt, could not make it tonight, so I'm going to do something different. Tonight, I'm going to attach to this little stream right here a special thing we recorded way back last year. It was myself, Tyler, and Nick Maxon of Brews with Dudes. We recorded our review of Doctor Strange for the Road to Infinity War series we did for Patreon on the Journey into Comics Network. It was a lot of fun recording that, and especially since we barely even talked about Doctor Strange. Spoiler alert. But yeah, we had a lot of fun recording it. We had a lot of great conversation about a lot of great movies. Some maybe not so great movies. I can't remember. I don't know. I might have to actually listen to it again once this is out. But yeah, so before I go ahead and give some plugs since I'm not going to be here at the end of this episode, before I give some plugs, I have a giant announcement to make. So coming this April, when a certain show by the name of Game of Thrones drops, I will be doing another podcast right here on the Podcastrophe feed. So if you're listening on the Journey into Comics Network feed, hop on over to our feed, the Podcastrophe feed, either on iTunes or Podbean, and you'll get this exclusive Game of Thrones mini-series podcast. We're only doing it, as of right now, we are only doing it for the final season of Game of Thrones. So you're going to get a 6-part series where we're basically going to recap what happened in that week's episode, and then we're gonna really dive into it. We're gonna discuss what happened. We're gonna discuss what we think is gonna happen. We're gonna discuss what we hate, what we love, just all those really awesome things. And we hope you really like it. So far, I have in the running Brandon Stone, possibly a co-host, possibly a rotating guest. It just depends on when he's available, but we're gonna have other people as well. And co-hosting will be Mr. Nick Maxon of Brews with Dudes and now Dungeons and Dudes. So yeah, it's very exciting. I believe the show is going to be called Game of King Chairs Podcast, a throwback to Brandon Stone on Journey into Comics, forgetting the word for throne. So he called it a king chair, a king's chair. And he's like, yeah, the king's chair. And the word just wasn't coming to him. It just wasn't coming to him. And it was throne. But if you guys remember way back to episode 2 of Podcastrophe, we did an entire season 7 review featuring Brandon Stone and Nick Maxon. And it was just a blast doing that. It was a blast going over theories on what's going to happen and really discussing the series as a whole. But this particular show, Game of King Chairs, will be strictly a 6-episode run unless Game of Thrones ends up coming out with more shows in the future, which we might extend this mini-series out into something to cover those other shows. So look forward to that in April. We'll start getting things prepped and ready, like some maybe a logo, like an image or something, maybe an intro. Might have someone make an intro for me because I suck. I'm only good at a few things on guitar, so but we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, what will follow is the Doctor Strange review for the Road to Infinity War series we did on patreon.com/journeyintocomics. Or is it Journey into Comics Network? I don't know. But if not, whatever. Check us out live every Tuesday, roughly around 5:30 or 6. In this case, 7. On Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We are on all of those things now. So if you want to watch us live and, sit and chat with us, check us out every Tuesday. Also, if you want exclusive content, such as the upcoming Game of Thrones podcast, check us out on our feed if you're not already there. Subscribe to Podcastrophe on iTunes and Podbean, and hopefully some more services soon. And if you're over here on the Podcastrophe page or the feed, go check out Journey into Comics Network. You get all kinds of shows like Journey into Comics, Brews with Dudes, Dungeons with Dudes, the Poor shows like Poor Entertainment and Poor News, which I believe is going to be Poor 360 here soon. Let's see, we got Foodies Watching Movies, Journey into Wrestling, Voice of Survival, Galif Radio, and I think it's been announced, Crucial Tunes here coming soon, along with Adulting Ain't Easy and Kids for Sale. So check out the Journey into Comics Network. Until then, I've been Dick, and I hope everybody listening to this makes every day a big Dick day. Bye, guys. All right. So, as you heard in all the plugs, check us out, and we'll see you live next week, hopefully. So, yeah, have a good one. Bye, guys.